Hello, welcome back to Taylor's Tech Repair. What are we getting into today? Well, we're getting into that Dell that we took apart last time that had no boot device. Um, we have a hard drive that we were able to order and get. Um, I thought I was getting a pack of 10, but I actually got one. So I don't have one for the HP that we took apart last time, but I got one for this Dell. The battery is still on the way as well. So let's go ahead and get that Dell taken apart and this hard drive in. As you remember, this battery just pops out, if you remember that. And then there were actually no screws holding this down. I did get a pack of screws, a 88 pack of various different electronic screws, so we can screw that down once we are done with it. And now this is where our hard drive is going to go, but this one has a SSD upgrade. So we're going to take that out. The reason I'm going with the hard drive instead of the SSD is because of the price point for one, and this is not going to be my everyday computer either. If it was going to be my everyday computer, I might consider it, but we're just going to go with the hard drive on it. So I'm going to take out this upgrade. It's going to be 4 screws, one in each corner. I should probably ground myself as well with this anti-static mat, so I don't short out any of these components with my any static electricity that might build up off of me. I've actually just got this mat. All my other repairs I've done for my own systems, never used one, never shocked anything, but better safe than sorry. So I got this out, we disconnect it, and we got the upgrade component out. Now since this is in here instead of the bracket that holds down the hard drive, I'm going to have to get a bracket that is actually already on the way. It's going to slide in like this with plugging into this cord. I'm going to seat this cord back down. Then our bracket is going to sit over top of this and hold this down in place for us. But right now we don't have it yet. That's on the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the cover on as best as I can for now. Put that battery on, and then we'll try booting up. And it doesn't look like it's going to get in there because it's not seated, so I'm just going to actually leave these apart. I'm going to see if we can get it to boot up from this drive. Make sure there are no other issues. Take the drive out, put the cover back on, and then once I get the bracket, put the drive back in. So I can run it just off the power cable. Plug it in and turn it on. Should be coming on. I'm also going to hook it up to HDMI. That way you guys can see the screen, what I'm doing. And we want to make sure my hard drive sits pretty level so nothing gets damaged on it. So let's switch over to the Dell screen. Does not look like it's switching for me. That's fine. Let me try it one more time. Okay. But it's saying invalid configuration again. Push F1. We're going to do that. and it's starting to boot up. Now it's saying no boot device. And I think I got it just to come up on the screen, so let me switch to that real quick. So we're going to reboot it again. And we put in our handy dandy bootable USB that has Windows 10 on it. This originally was a Windows 8 laptop. So I figured it could handle 10, probably not 11, but it should be fine on Windows 10. And we'll wait for it to boot up from that USB. And there we go. So we're going to install Windows on this hard drive. I'll show you guys how to do that my preferred way. So it's going to ask language, United States. That all good looks good for me. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to tell it to install. And that's going to start up in just a moment. It's going to ask us to accept the Windows. Now, I could put a different OS on it. I could put Linux on it. Could put really any whatever OS I wanted. But since most people are familiar with Windows, using Windows, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to agree to that. Hit next. Now, I like choosing custom install, because then I can choose what disk to install Windows on. So, if it had multiple disks, different partitions, I can choose where to install it at. This also lets me see if there's any disks installed, so I knew there wasn't a boot disk in here, other than it telling me it didn't have one. Obviously it doesn't have one, because whenever it was missing one, this did not show up. So it's a good way, if it tells you a boot device is missing, if you don't want to take it apart to see if that is the case, it's how you would actually confirm that if there's a hard disk missing, other than opening it up. So we're going to install it on there. And that's going to run. It's going to take just a little while. Once everything installs, we're going to make sure that it runs when the USB is disconnected, just to make sure. I always like to make sure that it fully gets installed. And then once that bracket comes in, we'll put it all back together. Probably won't show putting the bracket in. It'll just be putting a few screws in, and then I'll screw everything down. But I might show it. I don't know yet. So once this is finished, we'll come back. So Windows is done installing. It's going to do a reboot here in just a few moments, and then once it's fully installed, we'll come back and show that it's installed. So in just a moment here, it's going to load onto Windows. For some reason, part of my video actually is missing, along with my audio, so I'm just doing a voiceover during this part. So if the voice doesn't line up exactly with what you're seeing on screen, I am sorry about that. I'm still working out some video issues and recording issues that I should have fixed pretty soon. I think I'm going to switch over to a new device fully for just recording, and then storage is going to be on something else, but I'm not 100% sure. So you'll see that it shows the screen of what English or what language I want, and then I'm going to reboot it and make sure it comes back into Windows. So it did load into Windows. So that is all set to go. It still needs a new battery. That's still on the way. I also got to get a cover for the hard drive. That way it stays held down, and that hard drive doesn't move around on the computer, and I can screw everything back together. So if you guys liked this video, please like and subscribe.